This is David, known for his massive hit songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me. He is one of the most popular musical artists of the decade. But you're probably asking yourself, Timmy, why are you talking about music on your Fortnite channel? Before David was a Billboard Top 100 artist, he was actually a Fortnite kid like you and me. In fact, he was even signed to a Fortnite org and a player that was probably good enough to go pro if his career didn't take a different turn. This is the entire story of David. David Anthony Burke was born on March 28th of 2008 in Queens, New York. But David didn't stay there for long, as his family would later move to Houston, Texas, where he would grow up with two younger siblings.
It's me.
I've lived with him for like 15 years of my life.
Why am I still here?
He's pretty aight.
As he grew up, David was strongly influenced by what some people would refer to as nerd culture, like anime and gaming. These things actually inspired him to start writing his own stuff in his free time.
I remember reading my first manga when I was in 5th grade. It was the first time I've seen stories where people have powers or magical abilities without being like a superhero like Batman or Spider-Man or something like that. That inspired me to start writing and write my own stories about them.
But just because he started writing doesn't mean he was writing music like he's known for today. He actually never listened to anything other than gospel music until he was introduced to other stuff as a teenager. In middle school, David would discover the song Gucci Gang by Lil Pump, and this would inspire him to dive deeper into different genres and artists. Soon after this, he would start to listen to artists like XXXTentacion and Members Only. But I'll get back to music in a little bit because we have something else we need to talk about. After the 7th grade, David's parents decided to start homeschooling him. In a traditional public school, he was having a lot of trouble focusing, and his parents wanted to put together a more specialized curriculum for David. But once he got into homeschooling, unfortunately, a lot of his friends from school disappeared.
Transitioning from public school to homeschool is tragic. I thought I had a lot of friends in middle school. And then after being homeschooled, nobody's hitting me up, nobody's asking me like, where am I at? It made me question like, what is a real friend? And do I have any of those as well? I wrote the song Worthless based on that. It's like going on Fortnite and then finding more support from people that don't even know me when people that I literally know didn't even care. It's pretty strange, bro.
This was absolutely devastating for young David. He just wanted to do the best thing for himself by going to homeschooling, and now his social life was suffering. But little did he know that he was going to find some new friends and a whole lot more in a new video game that was about to drop.
Let's now talk Fortnite, shall we? It's the newest video game craze spreading across fast among kids, college kids, even celebrities.
Fortnite Battle Royale came out on September 26th of 2017, and it was the internet's newest obsession. It's free to play.
Nick, what's the game called? It's called Fortnite. It's free.
Cross-platform.
It's also on every single platform that, imaginable. So, and everyone can play with one another, Xbox, PlayStation, PC.
And it was massively addictive.
And just like half of the population, I feel like on Earth, I have now become addicted to Fortnite.
And David, just like any other kid, didn't want to miss out on the action. So he got in on the ground floor and was actually one of the first people to ever play Fortnite when it came out.
So basically, I played Fortnite from 2017 to 2021. The game came out in 2017. I was one of the first people to ever play the game. My goal on Fortnite.
How?
I had like this small group of friends that would literally spend 8 hours a day looking for the newest games that were released on PlayStation.
Okay.
And I was playing Fortnite Season 1, like had all the passes, everything.
Okay.
You see, David had always wanted to be a pro gamer, and he thought that Fortnite was finally the way that he could achieve this dream. So he started grinding the game, trying to become the best of the best. And as he was doing that, Fortnite started to absolutely blow up on YouTube and Twitch. Creators like Lachlan, Cypher PK, and the one and only Ninja helped Fortnite grow to be one of the most popular games in the world. David saw all this crazy stuff happening with these Fortnite creators and decided he also wanted to start making content. So he started a YouTube channel under the name Antonio, which he later shortened to Ant.
I became a YouTuber. I was playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, all these different type of games. To try to become like the biggest next thing, streamer, Kai Cenat, everything.
Did anyone care?
No.
Okay.
200 views my first video, a steady 60 after.
On September 30th, 2018, David would upload the first ever gaming video to his YouTube channel, which was titled, Introducing the Best FaZe Console Player. And no, David was not an actual FaZe member. This was just one of the old clickbait titles that YouTubers used to use all the time back then. Something I would never do. Maybe. Anyway, David's video was just a random clip. No music, no talking, nothing. But this was just the beginning. Like he said, his first videos weren't too successful. He would go on posting random clips for years and was also incredibly active in the Fortnite Twitter community as well. Unfortunately though, most of his tweets before he started making music have been deleted, so I can't show you much of those, but slowly, by posting on all these social media platforms, he got better at editing and following the trends, so his clips started to get more and more views, and he was eventually pretty well known in the Fortnite community. This was a very gradual process, however. David is a very hard worker and his success did not happen overnight. Not every video that he posts or that anyone posts is a guaranteed hit. So he kept posting and posting and posting until finally he got a viral video. On February 11th, 2021, he posted a video which is now currently titled, This Has 1 Million Views for No Reason. And yes, the video does have 1 million views, and in the clip, he's memeing on people who use macros in a simple 17-second clip. After that video blew up, his other clips on his YouTube page started to get more and more views. On top of that, he started to add music to his Fortnite clips on Twitter, which helped them become a lot more popular, and also deepened his attachment to music.
There was this trend on Twitter where if you put some songs in your videos to kind of make them a compilation instead of single clips, that they get more views. So everybody on Twitter started using songs from like the mainstream of the mainstream artists, and then underground artists started paying them to use songs. But nobody paid me because like nobody watched my videos. So I started putting the mainstream songs in.
With his Twitter booming, he started sending those people to his YouTube channel, and this is where he would start to get more and more views than ever before, and start to actually make money from doing Fortnite edits. It was incredible.
There was a point where there was no copyright strikes. I was making so much money because I was getting 200,000 views, 300,000.
Wait, so how did you start getting a lot of views?
The mainstream songs. The songs have an algorithm to them. So let's say 2 people use, I don't know, Halo, and then 3 people use them, 4 people use them. That song, if you hear it in enough videos, your video will be the one that goes up. I don't know how it works, but on YouTube, that's how it works for Fortnite.
So you literally, nothing changed in what you were doing. All you did was put one song in.
Put a song in a video. Everything changed.
But there was only one major problem: copyright law. If you stream mainstream big name music from signed artists here on YouTube, their labels will copyright strike your video, which is also the same reason that I can't actually play any of David's music in this video, but I will have all the links to his music in the description. You guys should check it out. He really is talented. Anyways, if you get a copyright strike, you basically can't make any money off of your video. And that was hugely frustrating for David, who was making a majority of his money from these videos. However, David's mom would actually come to him with an idea that would not only set his Fortnite career on a different path, but change his life forever.
Fast forward like a month or two, I'm making a lot of money. My mom's like, okay, maybe the game's not rotting your brain. I start getting copyright strikes left and right from UMG, and I'm like, what in the world is UMG? I don't know what UMG is.
Yeah.
So I'm not making any money now. I got the red money sign on all my videos, and I'm like crying to my mom about it. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do. I'm not making any money anymore, blah, blah, blah. And she was like on a phone or something. She was like, just make your own music. Go, get out of my face. Make your own music. I was like, wait a minute. I could probably do that.
Because of his ability, I know he's able to play and do. So I said, just make your own music. And that was that.
Making your own music, however, isn't exactly easy. You need to know how to sing or play instruments, or preferably do both at the same time. And if you're like me, you can barely hit 2 or 3 keys while you're playing Fortnite. On top of that, unless you can afford a producer, you need to learn how to mix and master and produce your videos on your own. So there was a lot of skills for David to learn in a short amount of time, but he didn't care. He wanted some music to play in the background of his videos, and like I said before, David was a hard worker who never takes no for an answer.
And you never did it before in your life?
Never. I've never touched like a DAW, anything. I played instruments. I was in church choir when I was 13.
Did you sing?
I sang. I couldn't sing, but I sang.
So you just literally only made music so you could make a few more dollars.
Exactly.
So David found an app in the App Store and got to work. He made his first ever song titled Runaway. Then he uploaded it to SoundCloud and it actually started getting some plays.
How did you make your first song?
So this is December 21st, 2021. And I looked up how to make music on iPhone and this app called BandLab comes up. I click on it, I put my Apple earbuds in, and I use my sister's closet as the studio. So I'm like in here, it's dark. We got like robes and everything, blankets, whatever. And I'm looking up type beats on YouTube. I looked up emo piano type beat for the first song I ever dropped. And then I freestyled the whole thing, pitched it down, slowed it down, tried to make, because in 2021, all the chopped and screwed stuff was still like kind of trending. So I dropped it on SoundCloud. Didn't put it in the video yet. But then it started going up on SoundCloud, and I was like, okay, it's time.
For those of you who aren't involved in the music or SoundCloud community, people's songs on SoundCloud don't normally get a ton of listens just from being uploaded. The algorithm isn't as complex as YouTube's, and you need to do some good marketing if you want people to hear your song. So for his music to get really good plays right away was definitely out of the ordinary.
How's it going up on SoundCloud?
I have no clue. I put the hashtags though.
What
the
hashtags?
Hashtag emo, hashtag chill, hashtag lo-fi, hashtag slow down reverb, hashtag blow this up, and hashtag For You page.
It was blow this up. That was the one that really took it.
And the For You page too.
And then you posted this on YouTube?
Just SoundCloud.
Oh, just SoundCloud?
Just SoundCloud.
And like, how many plays are we talking?
5,000 in a week.
How?
I don't know.
And you were just like, whoa.
Or
you didn't even care at that point. You were like, oh, now I have a song that I can put in my video.
Exactly.
But just because his song had a couple of thousand views does not mean that he was set for life. So David got set working on his next song titled You and I.
When I made the song called You and I, which now has, 94 million streams, my second song I ever made, put it in the montage. And I tagged it on Twitter. First Fortnite player to use his own song in a video. That was the title. And bro, everyone was using the song after that day. Like the Fortnite streamers that I was watching and looked up to were using my song. Everybody was using my song though. It's crazy because it was royalty free. Because nobody's getting copyright strike.
David's song and video totally exploded in the Fortnite community. This success really solidified the fact that David making his own music was one step closer to him being a famous professional Fortnite player like he had always dreamed of. So he decided to drop a couple more bangers.
So the first one is called Runaway. That capped at like 21,000.
Okay.
And then You and I got 100,000 streams in 3 days.
That's insane.
Because all the Fortnite players. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep making songs, keep putting them in the videos, keep promoting myself as a Fortnite artist. So every time I make a montage, I make a song for the video. So I was basically like writing to sync. Like I was like scoring my own videos. It was crazy, yeah.
Eventually, David decided that if he wanted to grow his brand, he needed to expand social medias and move beyond Twitter and YouTube. So he decided to join TikTok. He had previously avoided the platform because it was kind of cringy, in his words, coming off of Musical.ly. But since it was absolutely blowing up some streamers and musicians at the time, he decided to give it a go. And shortly after this really good decision, David went viral.
But then after that, I became like this meme. I was making covers of people's songs and pitching it up so high, I sound like a chipmunk. And that was like how I gained my first fan base with the meme. I got like 500,000 followers off of that.
And I would love to show you these Alvin and the Chipmunk covers, but unfortunately, as I said before, YouTube's copyright system isn't the same as TikTok's, and I can't really play them, but just imagine it's like Alvin and the Chipmunks singing a breakup song. Even though he started to get all of this attention from the Alvin and the Chipmunks covers, he was still doing all of this for Fortnite fame.
After that, I'm like, okay, boom, I have all these followers, I make music, I also play Fortnite.
And were you taking music seriously at all or not?
Dude,
really?
no, I couldn't care less.
You were just like,
it.
oh, this is like a cool meme thing. If I keep making these like Alvin things, people are gonna download them,
dude,
and like stream me, and then I'll figure out, and then maybe they'll want to watch my like music, like my like video game shit.
Exactly, and it worked because like they weren't listening to my music from the Alvin thing, they were watching my videos because I had my YouTube in my bio. So every time they'd watch a video, they'd go to YouTube and see I was a Fortnite player / streamer, and then like that went up.
All of the cross promotion gave David's socials a huge boost in popularity, but there was only one problem. On his YouTube, he still went by his middle name, Ant, but on his other socials, he went as David, so people were starting to get confused.
My name on YouTube, there's a problem with that too, going back to the name thing. My name on YouTube was Chronic Ant, my Fortnite name, and everywhere else to be my music name. So it's kind of like, is this the same guy? Who are we watching? So I decided to keep the two separate and then promote my song, my real song one day on TikTok, which was Here With Me. But I promoted it as a chipmunk. So I was like, Alvin made the next hit, blah, 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 heartbreak, and then crazy. But then people didn't connect the dots still.
Because of all the confusion, David ended up separating his musician personality from the Fortnite creator personality, Ant. David promoted his song Here With Me on TikTok on July 17th of 2022 as Alvin, of course. And people loved it so much, he actually uploaded the full version on the same day. Not only did the Alvin and the Chipmunks version get 500,000 views, but the actual recorded song that he posted on SoundCloud also got millions of views. He was so excited that this song was getting attention, and he decided to get back into the studio. But David had no idea that he was about to record a song that would change his life forever.
I stopped, because I was like, bro, this could potentially go somewhere. You can see the vocal tracks and stems here. I'm scared. After that, it just went stupid.
David posted this clip of Romantic Homicide the day after he posted Here With Me on July 18th of 2022, once again as Alvin. And insanely enough, this clip sits at 17 million views on TikTok. And with all of the commotion, he decided to, of course, drop the Real Deal song. Every time he posted this on TikTok, it would get millions of views. And he even made a TikTok of him making the song that got 26 million views. It was absolutely crazy. This Fortnite Kid was suddenly going viral. And when your songs blow up like that, music and record labels start to take notice.
And I got all these emails from the record labels and I didn't know what to do. I told my parents about it and they thought I was getting scammed.
We were like, what are you saying? Boy, stop playing.
I thought it was a scam. I said, listen, David, just be careful who you're talking to. There's a lot of things going on online. Until we flew to LA, it's like, okay, now this is reality. This is not a scam.
And by the way, this was only 7 months after he ever uploaded his first song. I mean, he was still recording music on an app on his phone while sitting in his little sister's closet. When David finally started uploading his music to Spotify and Apple Music, and not just TikTok and SoundCloud, his songs became eligible for music charts and also reached a brand new audience. Romantic Homicide, which has almost 1.5 billion plays, peaked at number 3 on the Hot Alternative Song chart. And his song Here With Me made it to 60th on the US Billboard Hot 100, which was absolutely unheard of for somebody who started making music less than a year ago. Some people wait years or decades for their songs to be on these billboards, and most people will never see it. But David just seemed to be a unique talent. So in September of 2022, he would sign with Darkroom and Interscope Records, which, by the way, is also the label that has signed people like Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Lady Gaga, Kendrick Lamar, and so many more. So with the support of his new label, David was able to do things he never dreamed of doing. On January 11th, 2023, David announced his first ever tour. This tour was small and only stopped at a few cities, but this was just the beginning. He released his first EP titled Petals to Thorns on May 26th of 2023 and announced a world tour to support it soon after. After this, he released his second EP called The Lost Petals on September 8th of 2023 and also got to join SZA on her tour as an opener. 2024 was a huge year for David as he released 2 new songs on February 9th called Leave Her and 2016. And with all of this going on, you're probably wondering if David had completely forgot about his gaming past. Most gamers to musicians do. See, I bet most of you didn't know that Post Malone was also huge on Minecraft YouTube before he started doing music. But unlike Post Malone, David still actually does make gaming content. Well, sort of. Because in March 2024, David signed with the gaming org 100 Thieves as a content creator. On top of this, David regularly gives credit to a ton of gamers and streamers for helping him blow up. He even thanked Kai Cenat at the Streamy Awards for reacting to his song and helping it blow up. On top of this, David has started to expand outside of just making music for himself, because later in March, he released a song on the soundtrack of the TV show Invincible, which is really crazy to think about, because in just 2 years, David went from being a random Fortnite kid to an indie songwriter to writing music for massive TV shows. Clearly, this is not the last of David, and in fact, I would say it's just the beginning. Right now, as of 2025, we don't know what David has in store for us, but we do know that he will be performing at Coachella, which is one of the biggest musical festivals in the world. I, for one, love David's music and will definitely be keeping up with him, and who knows, maybe David and I will actually get to play some Fortnite together on this channel, so make sure you guys comment down below if you want to see that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one, and thank you for watching. Peace!